Listeners who are fond of alpine sports might recognize this sound. It's just one of the crazy and creative ways that we as humans get around. I want to explore some of the sounds that we make in our efforts to do this. It's a snowboard. Welcome to Ultimate Sound Test, a podcast about how we experience sound, how we live with it, how we entertain ourselves with it, and how we create it. All the sounds you're going to hear on this podcast are presented in a three-dimensional space. This will mean you can turn around in the sound field. You can pan around with your finger or your mouse on the video, or you can move the device around if you're listening on a phone, and you should be able to hear the sound rotating around you. The length of this episode is going to be considerably shorter than the previous two. Instead of putting long-form sounds into the episode, it's going to be mostly talking, with links in the video to longer versions of the sound fields. Let's leave the snowboard and go for a walk in the snow, next to a busy road. I think the temperature this day was hovering right around minus 35 or so. While we travel around like this, just walking, listening to the sounds around us, we're also contributing to those same sounds. Every little move we make, the impacts and the cloth sound, the noise the tires of the cars make and the engines. While we travel around and listen to things, we're also creating our own sounds. When I finally got my first ambisonic microphone rig up and running, which is the kind of mic that allows for this all to happen, I took it out to our local airport. And this is what I captured. That airplane that just flew over was one of Canada's CF-18 fleets, I believe. Just total luck that I happened to be there at the right time. There's some flags flapping in the wind over my left shoulder. And the cars on the road in front. There's always cars. The average cityscape really does have an astonishing amount of variety when it comes to sound. With all the flat, hard surfaces and tall buildings around too, there's no end of echo chambers and reverberations. I guess if there was ever going to be a message to this podcast, it would just be to stop and consider the sound that's around you all the time. We collectively design this sound, whether we do it intentionally or not. And no more so, I think, than in the ways that we get around. Let's finish things off with another airplane recording. This one was on a cold day just outside my son's school last February. I think it's a 737. Thank you for listening to Ultimate Sound Test. Feel free to leave a comment below, give us a like, and subscribe to our channel for future updates.